unprecedented things happening at the parks today. Wait till you see what 104 degrees does to California Adventure. Look at that, I was right. The back of the queue is just getting shorter and shorter. Join us as we take a complete tour around the park, every land and every attraction. This is our State of DCA report. No doubt about it, you guys. This show today, this day at DCA is going to be one for the books, different from any other report we've done in recent memory. And for the obvious reasons, man, the heat. We are going through an unprecedented heat wave right now in Southern California. It just popped up out of nowhere. Presently, it's 98 degrees. We're here at 12:34 in the PM on a Sunday afternoon. Presently, it's just 98 degrees. It's supposed to get up to about 102, 103 today before we're done. And it's going to affect a lot of what's happening here in the parks. Let's see what that looks like. Let's do a vibe check down Buena Vista Street. There goes the red car trolley, setting the scene for us just a little bit here on Buena Vista Street. I'm trying to put eyes on this thing as much as possible these days, knowing that it's going to be taken offline in the beginning of 2025. Buena Vista Street will not be the same without the red car. But you can see for yourselves right now in terms of, you know, what this heat is doing to the park right now. People are still here, obviously, but there's considerably less vigor in the crowd. There's less vigor and less people. I mean, to put it plainly, you could just tell that, it's not dead, it's not empty, but, you know, we're running at maybe, I'm gonna guess 70% of our normal number. Water is off. Have we talked about this already? I know I have in the construction report, but the water is off. We have determined through mathematical probability that it's because of the Five and Dime show. When the stage has the band set up there, you know, they've got the whole microphones and drum set and all that, then they turn the water off, and they turn it off all day. Not just for when the band is playing, but all day. Which makes the Carthay fountain operational 2 days a week out of 7. That's just unforgivable in my opinion. So let's get down Hollywood Boulevard. I'm sighing because when I tell you that I've been in this park for maybe a half an hour so far, and I already feel like Belloc when he's opening the Lost Ark of the Covenant. And I think that's one of the reasons why, you know, this is going to be kind of a different report, because just how much of this is going to be, you know, we can't say, oh, it's dead today, what's going on? Well, I don't know if we can say that, because obviously we know what's going on, don't we? Here she comes. You know, people were saying that about State of Disneyland. I was like, why is it so dead on a Labor Day Monday when it shouldn't be? And some folks thought it was the heat, but it was actually kind of bearable that day. It was only, I think, 88 or 89 degrees that day. Don't get me wrong, that's still plenty hot, especially for Southern California, for Orange County. That's still plenty hot. But, you know, it's mild compared to what it is now. And by the way, for all of us who go say, you know, you don't know what heat is, are we allowed to talk about it now? Are we allowed to say, oh my gosh, it's hot? We have arrived at the back lot. Oh my God, there's like 8 people back here. You guys, seriously, I hope this doesn't get to be too redundant out here. But it's only going to get hotter today. Wow. And the people you do see are all trying to collect in ways that are outside, or in the shade. I can't check. Maybe that's one of the reasons why it's deader than usual here. Monsters Inc. is closed, so we can't even start the show off correctly with a observation about how busy Mike and Sully's To the Rescue is.
Ariel sent me more of our world. You have 12 minutes to showtime, 12 minutes.
The expert theming of the Hollywood backlot. I'm gonna have to go back here and take a break, but I want to see what the situation is back here, to see how many people are trying to get out of the heat at PhilharMagic. Oh, thank you. I mean, it's still 10 minutes to showtime, so we're probably too early, but it feels good already. Like I could just hang out here for a little while. 10 minutes to showtime. Oh, there's hardly anybody here. I wonder, should I wait here and see how many people show up? Because it's... Yeah, they did show up. Now, I don't come in here very often, so I don't know what a good crowd is. But this is certainly more than we saw in our last visit to PhilharMagic. That was a pretty healthy crowd there. You know what, while we're at it, let's hop across the street, up across Hollywood Boulevard, check in on the animation building, where you know people are going to show up. This is a place of refuge for so many on both hot and rainy days. Wow. Wow. Today's the day to go see Turtle Talk with Crush, am I right? They just let in, Animation Academy just opened up, and you could see that there was a full queue. People are still lining up to get in there. I wonder, they could even maybe fill that place. It's been a long time since I've been at the Animation Academy. So I don't know, again, like PhilharMagic, how close they ever get to capacity. It's for Turtle Talk. Are they open? It looks like they're admitting. Doors are open. Oh, it's full. Ish. Wow. Now, it's not abnormal for this place to fill up, but certainly there's going to be no, or not very many seats, if any. But people are still coming in. So, as much as I want to stay in here for the rest of the day, we are going to have to continue our report, our State of DCA report, coming to you from the surface of the sun. Maybe we can get into some recon. Maybe something's open. Oh, by the way, let's pass through here real quick before we get into the mission breakout. In our last update, I talked about the Deadpool, story time with Deadpool. I thought it was ending its run. When I looked at the calendar, the entertainment calendar, it showed no dates after the August 31st, but it is still here. Deadpool is still here. He's still appearing daily. I think it's daily. And they still have the setup here and everything, so that's still going on. Good to know. With that good news, I'm hoping that Disney does continue to try to find a way to keep him appearing here at Disneyland, because Deadpool still, I think, is an absolute fantastic addition to the Marvel scene. I find myself even wondering I'm wondering if Disney's afraid of not being able to capitalize on the momentum that Deadpool created, that Deadpool 3. Like, do they fear that future Marvel movies aren't going to be able to keep that ball rolling? Because Deadpool, in my opinion, he's a genre by himself. He doesn't really fit into, he's not Marvel per se. I mean, he is Marvel, but he's not part of the MCU in the way that we know it. His movies stand on their own. He's his own genre. It's his own thing. I wonder if they're going to be able to, if it's going to translate into future Marvel films, like, for example, the new Captain America film. But let's look at Mission Breakout next, which is open. Good. Posted wait time 35 minutes. I mean, would I have expected anything more? I don't know. Like, this is one of those queues that it is, you know, a lot of it is indoors, but a lot of it is also outdoors. And that's sort of a consideration when you're, you know, here on a hot day like this, is how much are you going to be exposed? Like, how much of the time you spend here in the queue is going to be out in this type of situation, as opposed to in the comfort of the show building, or the at least the covered areas here. What we're seeing there, it doesn't look like you're going to be there for very long. Thank you guys, thank you. Maybe 5 or 10 minutes in that space, so this is probably a pretty good deal right now, being 35 minutes for Mission Breakout. That's something that I've been seeing reported, people going to the parks in the past couple of days, that they were just walking onto attraction after attraction. So just like a rainy day, heat's like this, but this is far more rare. 100 plus degrees here at Disneyland is actually more rare than a rainy day at Disneyland. Even though it hardly ever rains in Southern California, it also is very temperate. And that's why people are like shocked and they're they're losing their minds over 105. I think it was 106 when we were in LA. Although LA and where Universal is, it's more incubated, I guess is the word I want to use here. We don't, especially here in Orange County, we don't get 105 degree temperatures ever, hardly ever. But when we do, this is an idea of the result. I wonder if this is going to translate into the rest of our day. It's not going to get cooler. It is actually, since we started this report, we've gone from 98 to 101. It is now currently 101 degrees. It is 1:24 in the afternoon, and it is 101. And by the way, it is 101 here in Avengers Campus, where there is very little natural landscaping, concrete and steel everywhere, which creates an oven-like feeling. And it's like this in a lot of places around DCA. It's so oppressive. Let's go check in on Pim's. It's 1:26. We should be still seeing a lunch rush. There's no indoor seating here though, so it's not really a place to get a break other than where you were actually placing the order. 2 weeks ago, this entire queue was full of guests. They were coming into the back of the door and hitting the back of the queue right there. Today, it's maybe about an hour after that from 2 weeks ago, and is virtually empty. Also often what I find when I come here in the middle of the afternoon like this is very few tables anywhere. It's still pretty busy out here, but there are tables, those obviously that are out here cooking in the sun. Man, it feels just kind of stagnant. It's so fascinating to see how this affects the enthusiasm, not just the attendance, but the enthusiasm of guests. Again, very much like a rainy day, although I feel like guests on a rainy day are more enthusiastic. We'll check Web Slingers next. There is no posted wait time. The board is dark. But they're not also dissuading guests from coming in. But look at the back. Wow! Wow! I was like, where's the back of the queue? Oh gosh, I don't know. It's right there. When's the last time we saw the back of the queue? Right there at Web Slingers. I'm even able to walk back here. I can even make this turn, the right turn, around the blue wall. I think that's something that we never get to do. And so whenever I say, are they using the queue space behind the blue wall? This is what I'm talking about. Because of the low crowds, we get to put eyes and show you that's how many, when this is open back here, you can fit, 100 people back here or so. And so that, that greatly affects your expected wait time. There's far less competition, but there's the back of the queue right now. For what it's worth though, days like this are the kind of day that, hey guys, sorry, is the kind of day that you're gonna find guests choosing to use Lightning Lane where they might not have otherwise, because again, they want to kind of get out of, they want to spend as little time as possible out in the sun. And sure enough, there is the Lightning Lane queue for Web Slingers. That's triple what it usually is. Wow. So there's no posted wait time. I don't know how long it's going to be, but it's probably around 30 minutes is my guess. Oh my gosh. Face melting. Like hitting the side of my head right now. It's so interesting. Like when it's raining, you can see the rain. But when it's hot, you can't see the heat. We need somebody in special effects to get in there and post and do that little wavy line thing, right? So you can see how hot it is, like they do in the movies, the little desert. Because it's all over my face right now. I just feel like the sun is just all over my face. It is bad. There you go. Wow. This is gonna wind up being the shortest State of DCA report of all time. Because I've got one storyline, I've got one narrative. I'm gonna beat this. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure something out. Because I don't, there's story to be told here. I know it. We'll take it to Cars Land next. Route 66. Here's a story for you. I'm gonna keep the clock running. All right, guys, this will be fun. I used to do this over at Gadgets. I'm gonna keep the clock running. I kind of caught I snuck a peek at the queue, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be practically nothing. It's posted 5 minutes. Right here, you got a 5-minute posted wait time. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. $57 seconds since I turned the camera on. Back out there on the parade corridor, heading into Cars Land.
That's funny. I read that.
There are empty tow trucks. No, what the heck are these things? I can't even think right now. I'm so fried. I'm the only person. Oh my God, I am the only person in the queue. Thank you. I was the. Oh, that's it. There was nobody in the queue. Nobody. 1 minute and 41 seconds to this point, but that's what the clock started out there. Maybe a minute to get to this point. Maybe a minute 15. Wow, that's a story. There you go. Yeehaw.
Look, gates are open to my graveyard jamboree. So
there you
come
go.
on in and find yourself.
Now 3 minutes and 7 seconds for the gates to open. That is from the that is from when I turned the camera. I'm gonna shut up.
For your safety,
Get over here.
please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened and keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside your trailers. And keep an eye on your kids, because these Halloween-loving tractors are ready for one wild jamboree. Now let's get ready to fill them trunks with some treats.
Okay.
Hola a todos. Por favor. Para su seguridad, permanecen sentados con sus cinturones de seguridad, bien ajustados.
How many tractors are empty now? I see at least 2.
Adentro de sus carritos.
There's
Y échenle
2
un ojo
over there,
al pequeño.
and maybe a third one over there. That side is completely empty. They sent everybody to our side. The other side, the opposite side, is completely empty. And that's 4 minutes and 15 seconds to launch. Wait till you see this. Okay, one. I can't see that. Yeah, one over there. Whoa! So it's two empties over here, but look across the way. Completely empty. Oh God! Oh jeez. Yeah, there's nobody across the way. Wow! That's so great. Well, not really great, but interesting at least. Then we get to have this experience on a Sunday, the middle of summer. Actually, no, it's fall now, isn't it? That's incredible. Whoa. Oh God! Oh God! That was a booty slide right there. Fun and radiator screen. And that's 5:49. Sorry. God, 5:49. 5 minutes and 49 seconds. I wonder if it even is 60 or 70. It could be half. We could be at half capacity, right? I could see double the amount of people on this street right now. I wonder if characters are working today. There's no meet and greet here for Lightning or Tomater. Cozy Cones are dead as disco. Usually it's very difficult to walk back here. Queso has to have a single guest. Crazy. It is now 1:42. We'll go check in on flows real quick. Do our usual route here. Actually, there's a bit of a crowd in there. About half of what we normally find though. 143, it's a place to cool off. And they do have indoor seating here, so you can get some AC. This is gonna turn into how to defeat the heat at DCA video, isn't it? But they do have, booth seating here indoors. There's nobody outside. Watch this. It's like crowded as heck in here. People are probably sharing tables. It's like strangers enjoying a meal together. But as soon as we get outside, the only tables that are being used are the ones that are very securely under shade. Oh look, we do have one daring group out there. Still presently 101 degrees. Do we dare guess what Radiator Springs Racers is gonna look like right now? Okay, I'm gonna guess 45 minutes, but we're not gonna go there yet because we're gonna check on Luigi's first. Okay. The board says 5 minutes. Board says 5 minutes. We're going all the way. I don't know if we're gonna ride or not, but I wanna see how far this goes. If it's 5 minutes, that's one rotation. You guys, it takes 5 minutes to rotate one cycle of cars, which means I would be in the next set of cars. Did they give up? Okay, so I started this clock about a minute and 10 seconds ago, and there's not even enough guests in this queue to fill the next rotation. So, yeah, he didn't put anybody in the pen yet because he was letting people sit in the shade. Very considerate. But now that we're in the final spin, we'll be getting it. I guess we are going, by the way. Wow. And that's 2 minutes and 53 seconds for them to open the gate. Looks like we got a little issue with this car over here. Or is that just the seatbelt? That's just the seatbelt. Okay. Okay. Ow. And that was me touching a very hot Luigi's Rollicking Roadster. Be careful what you rest your hand on. Let's see. Okay, my camera just overheated and shut down. As I was trying to say, my camera shut down because it's overheated. So I can't record. I have to switch to the phone for a minute while this thing cools down. But I think I was saying it was 3 minutes. 3 minutes to get to the vehicle. This is actually a great excuse to have fun. Ah! Ah! Took a quick break in Flo's V8 Cafe to let my camera cool down. It is significantly more bonkers in there than it was in either the Mater's queue or Luigi's, and by a sight. Let's go see what's going on in Radiator Springs Racers. I gotta believe it's gonna be like that. Hanging right at the end of Route 66. I said 45. It's 35. So feel free to get in standby now, right? Unprecedented. Wow. So it's the bottle room. Incredible. The back of the queue is in the bottle room, which is the last room. Like, that's when you know, when you get to the bottom room, you know you're almost there. And it's not even all of it. It's 2 switchbacks? Seriously, this is like 15 minutes. Look at that, that's it right there. And they're making a left turn right to the ramps. Unbelievable. Okay, so the top ramp up there, that's gonna be about 3 or 4 minutes. Once you mix up here, that's gonna be about 3 or 4 minutes. That's looking like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. There's no lightning lane. So that's 6 or 7, and then that's nothing. It's getting shorter. It's practically nothing now. That's gonna be 10 minutes. Wow. Even better, they get the misters. Hey guys, how are you? One of the 2 locations here at the Disneyland Resort that has actual misters, here in Soren. which will also be popular. Look at that, I was right. The back of the queue is just getting shorter and shorter. Now it's not even the bottle room. Now it's just the bottom of the ramp up to the mix point. Unbelievable. Just unprecedented. Unprecedented. I don't know if I've ever been here at a time when it's like this. We're in September, it's Halloween season. The only thing that they've got going against it right now is the heat, and that's the main factor. Hey, how are you? I mean, it's a Sunday. It is a Sunday. So that's the premium price. That's the tier 1 price. Or 7, I don't know which. 7, I think, or 8. I don't know how many. No, it's 0 through 7. Whatever. I'm pretty sure this is a top tier day price-wise, so that's going to contribute to things. Nobody wants to spend the maximum amount of money to melt at DCA, but you are getting an incredible, enormous discount on every attraction so far that we've seen. Everyone. Curious to see. Yeah, there are some guests that have bought the paid lightning lane, individual lightning lane. I'd be curious to see their reactions when they get to the mix point and see that they've saved themselves about 5 minutes. A total of 5 minutes, because everybody waits that last 5 minutes, lightning lane or not. So that's what they've saved. San Francisco. Yeah, more of the same for sure. I hope Baymax is cool in there. That's all I can hope. I was worried about whether or not the characters were making appearances, but Hero and Baymax are out, being adorable as always. No waiting here at Cocina, or very little waiting. That's about 5 minutes, if that. Lots and lots of tables out here, even ones under an umbrella. So there is shade available, even though you're still out here in the heat. You're not getting any AC. No waiting at the Lucky Fortune Cookery. These tables are usually almost always full, no matter what. I have to mix in some indoor activities to give my camera a chance to cool down for a brief moment, so let's go take the bakery tour. And there are people literally posted on the ground, just getting out of the heat again. Tables are full back here. They do have tables in here. Conical rounders are in full effect. Rounding the dough. All future bread bowls. Somebody's going to eat their clam chowder out of one of those very soon. Oh look, they're making the Baymaxes. These are the sourdough bread deals that you can buy. Right out here, I'm gonna make a left. That's where they cut open the top. They just baked a bunch and they're gonna pop the top. And then in the very near future, chowder. Yeah, here we go. Here's where those Baymaxes wind up, right here. It's one of the cooler, underrepresented, infrequently talked about parts of Disney treats in the park is that, hi guys. So many of them are made right here in the park. The candy, the bread, made right here. Let's see, it's 2:09. Man, we are just plowing through. Hi guys. Moving right along in our day. 2:09. Go look at that tip board out there in the extreme heat of Paradise Bay, but we're gonna do it anyway. Normally when I come out here, there's an array of guests getting their pictures out here. It's not so much today. Wow. We might have to work in a Little Mermaid. Maybe I should do that now. Take a break. I might just do that after we finish shooting this because the camera's going to overheat while I record our tip board conversation. I might just do Little Mermaid next. Here we go. I'm looking for lots of low wait times. Golden Zephyr, 5 minutes. Goofy's is closed. Goofy Sky School is closed. Grizzly River Run, 45 minutes. God, I should hope so. If you're gonna do anything here at the park today, you should be doing that. Return time in 2.5 hours. Guardians is closed, but that's because we are in the point where they are switching over to Monsters After Dark. And that's coming up next, yeah. So, but they haven't started, right now it's just closed. Incredicoaster is 10 minutes. Oh my God, are we gonna do another test? 10 minutes for Incredicoaster. Emotional Whirlwind is 5 minutes. Jessie's 5. Jumping Jellyfish 5. Little Mermaid. Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, how is Little Mermaid 15 and Incredicoaster 10? Clearly, it's because Little Mermaid is indoors and has air conditioning. So that's gonna be a popular ride, as is Soarin', which we'll see. Luigi's is 10. We just walked onto that. Walked onto Mater's. Monsters is 15. Oh, it's open. Okay, so now it's at 15, so even that, see, I would have thought that might still be a 20, 30 minute wait, but yeah, it's too hot for Monsters even. Gosh darn it. Radiator Springs is now down to 20, I was right. When they had it at 35, I said it's not 35, it's maybe 10 or 15. They've at least adjusted it down to 2, or I mean to 20. So Symphony Swings is closed, and, oh my gosh. You guys, I'm looking at it right now. And hopefully I can get video of this later. There are, I can count them. 1, is that 1, 2, that's it. There's 2 guests on Silly Symphony's Wings. Soarin' is 15. Get in Soarin', you guys. Toy Story's 25. Incredible. It's just all light. Web Slinger's is 20. And take care. And there is Little Mermaid. Obviously nothing happening back here. We are going to do this one next because I do want to give my camera a chance to cool down again. But no action back there. I'm going to guess that's the back of the queue right there.
Hi, Fresh Babe.
Hi. Yeah, I think that's it. It's going to be a total walk-on. Okay, just like before. We'll let it run. It says 15. Get this clock started. 15 minutes here. We found the back. Oh, already I can feel the AC coming out of that building. Thank goodness. Got a couple of guests using their lighting lanes here. Yeah, they were having guests make a direct right turn, but that didn't last very long. So she just grew the queue a little bit. Get that out there. Guys, can you hear the heat in my voice? Can you hear that? Wow. They're trying to cram as many people in this room right now as possible. But the clamshells have stopped. That's not good. Got a crowd backing up over here. That's more a product of the clamshells shutting down, though, as opposed to it getting more popular. Because we didn't move there for a good 2 or 3 minutes. No, about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes. We're at 4 minutes right now since we crossed the threshold.
Hello there, my friends. You're about to go under the sea. So, for your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, legs, flippers, and fins inside your clamshell. And keep an eye on your windows. It can't be everywhere you go.
Para su seguridad, por favor permanezcan sentados y mantengan sus manos, brazos, pies y aletas en el interior de su colcha. Y echen un ojo a los pequeñitos, yo no puedo estar en todas partes.
That can't be good. 2 breakdowns in the span of 5 minutes.
Un ojo a los pequeñitos.
I think guests are getting evac. No, or maybe not. Some guests just got off. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna turn it off for now. Just in case, but I think the ride is done. I think, yeah, they've shut the doors. I don't know why guests in the queue aren't going. They're not leaving. Actually, I know why, right? Because they don't want to leave the building. It's nice in here. Are they actually giving out MEPs? I think they are for this. I'm kind of shocked. I didn't even try to get one because what am I going to do with an MEP? But I'm kind of shocked that they're doing that. I get it for the guys on ride, but we were in the queue for like 3 minutes. I guess we got to get back to our regularly scheduled programming, and that is Recon from California Adventure. Next stop is Pixar Pier. I just want to see how short that credit coaster queue is. It said 10 minutes on the tip board, but I mean, would they dare put a 5-minute? I don't know, because that's a quick processing attraction. Here we go. We'll just cool down real quick. Guys, I have to do this. This is preventative maintenance, is what this is. Because this building right here is got a little bit of AC. Pardon me, guys. And every little degree counts for as little as it counts, or for as little time as I am in here. It helps keep this camera functional and operational. It's stuffy in here, though. Very, very stuffy, even though the AC is on. Okay. Whew. Let's do a temperature check while we're at it. Let's see. It's now 102. There's Incredicoaster. Oh my heavens. Look at that. It's a walk-on. Let's cross this threshold. Start the clock. See how long this takes. Like, it's a good deal, you know, for the people who are here, the hardy folk that did show up. It's a really good deal right now if you can stand the heat and the screaming. 30 seconds. Can we get to those stairs before a minute? $45 seconds. Up the ramp in 54 seconds. 1 minute. We didn't quite get to the stairs. 1 minute to get, or 1 minute 5 seconds to get to the stairs.
Your own dad. Jack can't ride. He's too small.
Height is overrated.
Oh, sorry.
And let's not put dedicated Incredicoaster in their honor. Before you board, be sure to take off your backpack and place it at your feet. Secure all loose items in the storage hatch.
1 minute 45 seconds. Row 4 on the right side. 2 minutes 5 seconds. 2 minutes 5 seconds from the threshold all the way through all those switchbacks, up the stairs, down the stairs. 2 minutes 5 seconds. and 5 minutes
Keep your eye on
to the launch.
No problem, darling.
That's incredible!
Hey, Dad, stay forward and hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay.
Did you get it? He just disappeared. The baby is too long to try next time.
Whoa! That was cool. Oh god.
Hey, sweetie, come to mommy. No, don't go gooey. Jack.
Oh my god.
Oh, the little one returned. Thank goodness. Tremendous. Babies can be unpredictable.
Yeah, Mom.
No, it's not
For babies.
the least bit refreshing.
Stay in your seats, darlings. Remain calm and you will.
Evildoers strike again and again. Frozone and the Incredibles are always there to protect us, ready and willing to put their lives at risk.
¿Vamos a Sauri?
Not refreshing in the least. Right now, every fiber of my being is screaming, David, go get a Pixar Pier parfait or a Sprite even. Something cold and refreshing, but I know I've got to do the right thing. Sugar's the last thing I need on a day like this, doing the right thing. Got some water. Gotta hydrate, especially after that ride. Oh man, can you imagine like loading up on sugar right now? That sounds so terrible. Enough of that, we gotta get back into work. 45 minutes for Toy Story. I'm rather shocked. You would think, yeah, because it's an indoor ride, but it actually is not AC. I don't think there's any AC in there, and I know there's no AC in that queue back there. It's just fans. But people are showing up here for 45 minutes. I guess they got to go somewhere. And that looks like it would be most all of 45 minutes. So I was feeling, after I wrapped up that spot over there, that short bit at Toy Story, I was feeling a little lightheaded, I guess. I don't know if the right word is, so I wanted to sit down and just sort of rest a minute, drink my water. And it occurred to me that there's no relief here on Pixar Pier. The gift shops are barely AC. There's no place to go indoors. There's no indoor queues. There's a little bit at Toy Story, Midway Mania, but from Little Mermaid all the way back around to Little Mermaid again. Hey, how's it going? How are you? Completely or nearly completely exposed. But I'm okay. I got my rest. And I'm still, I thought that was the only me, and I'm still working. Brings us to the Pixar Pal Around, which is, the heat has obliterated this queue. Oh my goodness. It says 10 minutes for swinging and 5 minutes for not swinging, but my eyes tell me it is exactly 0 minutes for not swinging because there's 2 guests in the queue right now. 2 guests in swinging or not swinging, and whatever this is right here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then another 12, 14, 16, 18 over there, probably the same over there. So maybe 30 or 40 guests in the swinging gondolas, and 2 0 minute wait. Incredible. This heat is destroying, obliterating this park right now. Now I'm wondering if even 50% is right. 30%? Are we now running at about 30% of our normal operating levels? Not capacity, but just the normal operating levels. If capacity is normally, hey, what's up? If capacity is normally like, 30 or 40,000. Oh, I thought I saw a completely empty emotional whirlwind queue, but it's actually closed. It's closed. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the number is. This is incredible. I can't believe I'm still talking about this 2.5 hours into this session. And you can hear the lack of activity, the lack of things happening. This is the kind of feeling you get in the park reserved only for rainy days and like rope drop. There goes the swings. They started to fill this up again. When I saw that rotation with just 2 guests on it, I think they had just reopened. So those are the 2 guests waiting. I mean, it's still a walk-on. You're still on the next, I would be in the next swing to go if I went up there. I ain't doing that though. No chance. I'm gonna drink my water and enjoy myself over here. Head over to Goofy Sky School next. We're almost there, you guys. The emptiness of this park. Look, I mean, you could just see the guests and count them on your hand. It's allowed for a much more brisk adventure through the park. Goofy Sky School was closed when we checked the tip board. I'm gonna guess 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, it's posted 5. And it's just this stretch right here. That's it. Maybe up the ramp 20 guests. Ramp again, another 20, so 40 total. We'll call it 60. You can get we'll call it 3 guests per vehicle every 20 seconds or so. I figure that's the D-board and board time, maybe 30 seconds. So 2 boats per minute. That's 12 guests a minute. So they'd be done with there in 5 minutes. Yeah.
As you'd expect, no mission's ever been too small. When there's a need, we heed the call. With plastic and proud, opposed to the test, we are the minority green control. A rip, tip, 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 tip. A rip, tip, tip, a rip, tip, 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 tip.
Did you get lost? You okay? Oh, that's it, huh? They just do a U-turn right here. Cheers. Wow, I was about ready to say, those poor Green Army men have to come out here and do a whole show in this heat. They're like, nah, I ain't doing that. We just gonna come out here, rat-a-tat-tat, turn around and go back. I love it. Dang, I was hoping Little Mermaid would have reopened by now. Still closed. I mean, that's like the one attraction. That is the one place here in Soarin' and that's it. Those are really the only breaks from the elements here, from the heat. Otherwise, DCA, this is just not a heat-friendly park, man. It really isn't. I wonder how Disneyland's doing right now. You know what? Let's take a look. Alice 10, Astro 5, oh my god, Autopia 5. So it's not much better at Disneyland, even though some of the queues are a little bit more protected from the elements. Big Thunder 15, Buzz 5. I can't wait to see what Space Mountain is like. Tumble. All these exposed attractions are just walking on. There you go, Indiana Jones 35. You get a little bit of cover there. Small World, no cover at all. Winnie the Pooh is pleasant. Matterhorn 15, golly, what a discount that is. Smuggler's Run is 5 minutes, you guys, my goodness. Peter Pan is still 20. Pirates is 5. It's not air conditioned. Well, is it in the ride? Now that I think about it, it is in the ride, yeah. Space Mountain is still a good 30. All right, Star Tours 15. Rise is closed, of course. And yeah, so there you go. It is affecting things resort-wide. The only attractions that are still showing, you know, their normal waits are probably going to be Soarin', although we haven't walked by Soarin' yet. Space Mountain is still going to have a long wait. And everything else, man, you're just cooking. You're out here in the heat, in the exposed parts of this park, especially here at DCA, you are just cooking.
Very good.
All right. I've been invited to enjoy Redwood Creek. I can't imagine there's a lot of kids running around out here. But this would be a nice serene way to, I like coming here to, you know, unwind, to escape a little bit. It's kind of like going on the Mark Twain or on the Disneyland Railroad. They don't really have attractions like that here at DCA. This is the closest thing that you'll find. A place where you can disconnect from the reality of the rest of the park. When I'm on the river, I forget I'm at Disneyland. When I'm here at Redwood, I very much feel the same way. There's nobody in here though. Wow. Let's get a temperature check while we're at it. Oh my God. It's 104. At some point you're just like, what's the most? It's 104. We don't get 104 here in Orange County, you guys. We just don't. People don't know what to do with 104. Especially the coastal cities. I'm a Huntington Beach boy. Born and raised in Huntington Beach. In a home where we didn't even have air conditioning. Okay? My mom just recently got air conditioning after we moved out. But, you know, on a hot day, open up the front door, leave the screen. Open up the back door, leave the screen, and let the offshore breeze just sort of circulate through the house. It was fine. It was great. We put up a couple fans. We'd sit in front of the fans for a little bit. But that was it, man. That's... Huntington Beach is nice, okay? It's the reason why people live there, because it's so pleasant. We ain't never had to deal with 104. And I lived, or spent a lot of time in the desert too, in Palm Springs. When they, you know, that's almost like, it's almost different. You know, I've been in 110, 115 at Palm Springs, and it's just not the same. This is more like the Florida heat. Does Florida get to 100? I know they get the, you know, with the heat index, with the humidity, but do they actually get to Fahrenheit 104? I don't know. It's a ghost town in here. Sure would like to have this back at Tom Sawyer Island. They have a stream there as well. There's no water in it though. How did Redwood Creek manage to keep their little flowing river here? Over the years, I've lived in a number of different apartment buildings in Orange County. Several of them had running rivers throughout the property. This place I don't know why I'm doing this tangent, but this place we lived in was called Cinnamon Creek in Fountain Valley, but we renamed it Cinnamon Ditch because they turned the water off there too, and it was just this dry riverbed. So Cinnamon Ditch. That's what I'm saying is if they don't keep the water running, Redwood Creek would become Redwood Ditch. Can't have that. There's another attraction that should be filling up rafts right now. It said 45. When we check the tip board, well, they're doing their best. It's now posted 30. But I mean, the guests aren't here in the park. It's not like they're avoiding attractions, but they are. But there's still not enough guests in the park to fill even Grizzly River Run. 30 minutes posted right now. 2 weeks ago, this thing was wall-to-wall guests. All these switchbacks out here were full. Disney uses a flex pricing plan. They're fans of surge pricing. The cost of Genie Plus is determined the day of. Why not take this opportunity to not sell the ticket for $150 today, but rather sell it for $100? Let's take a look. Purchase the ticket. See what things are like right now. Standard, one guest, one park per day. It's even worse than I thought. It's $169. It can go up to $184. Yeah, why? Why would you do that? Why would you spend $169 to come to DCA and get cooked? They could take that opportunity. If you truly believe in surge pricing and trying to find the right price for the specific environment that you're in, then make this one surge that thing low. And you can even hear the announcements. Sounds like a breakdown. Probably not the worst thing in the world right now. Getting stuck on Grizzly River Run. I'd be okay with that. So this is the last remaining attraction for the day, and the last, decent escape from the heat. Concrete out here, but in here you get a little bit of landscaping, a little bit of natural elements. You get the misters in the standby queue, which appear to be completely unnecessary. It says, look at that. It says 25 minutes right there. There's not a single person in this queue, you guys. There's a couple folks going in right now with Lightning Lane, which is incredibly hilarious. It is beyond comical that there are guests using Lightning Lane right now while there's nobody, absolutely nobody in this standby queue right now. And what's even more comical, we were just looking at the standby wait time. I was so confused. It says 50 minutes now. Now I know why it says that. I thought maybe that's why it said 25 to begin with. They're down a theater. I'm almost positive. As a matter of fact, I think I just heard one of the cast over the speaker. But I thought that's why it was 25, knowing that there's nobody out here in this queue. Okay, so that's why it's 25. No, they just doubled it to 50 because they lost a theater. So, there's nobody in the queue. I don't know what it looks like inside, but I can't imagine it's more than a theater or two worth of people in there. Unbelievable. Hey guys, hi. Unprecedented. I might even put that in the thumbnail or on the title. Unprecedented happenings here at DCA while it's 104 degrees. And we've made it. Back to the hub, or I should say, Carthay Fountain, Carthay Circle. Hi, how are you guys? Round trip around DCA, every land and every attraction. Still wait for that water to come back on at the fountain though. There's no band. Turn it on. Honestly though, it's upsetting. It's really upsetting, honestly. 5 days a week. The 5 and dime take off 2 days. 5 days a week we're without a fountain. This signature feature of the entrance to the park, the reveal of the park, the introduction to California adventure is Carthay Circle and the fountain. Hi guys. And the water is off 5 days a week. Hi guys. I just talked to a cute little family. They're using my words. They're using our words. They're like, "Are you doing park science?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's been great. You know, we walked down there, walked on to Radiator Springs Racers." And she said, "That's where we're heading right now." She saw the wait time. It was a call to action. I love what we're doing here. Hi guys. I love what's happening here. I love Horace horse culling. I sure hope I hope he's okay in there. I hope Horace is not overheated. Don't spend too much time in there, Horace. Take your breaks. Take your breaks. Be like the Green Army man. Just walk out, give a heads up, and then turn around and go backstage. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this show and want to show you support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. Then follow us on Instagram at _freshbaked, on Twitter at freshbakedisney, that's fresh with no E, and on TikTok at freshbakedisney. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. We love you. Check out our newsletter. Forgot to promote that. Link in the description. Yes, as I was saying, we love you guys. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh baked. Unprecedented things happening at the parks today. Wait till you see what 104 degrees does to California Adventure. Look at that, I was right. The back of the queue is just getting shorter and shorter. Join us as we take a complete tour around the park, every land and every attraction. This is our State of DCA report.